Primary search versus emergency rescue mode. M.O. Davis. First and foremost, I want to be perfectly clear that I believe our number one mission in the fire service is ensuring life safety. Today's fire service must get away from the me-first mentality and get back to doing what it has always done best: protecting and saving the lives of those that call upon each one of us during their time of need. The United States Fire Administration reports annual fire service trends. In 2021, the USFA found that fires have decreased by 5%. However, the fatality trend was trending upwards by as much as 8% annually. Today's fire service needs to find a way to correct this unfortunate trend. The fire service must change its mindset back to being a very aggressive interior profession. We must be prepared with training, equipment, and most importantly, attitude. This mindset must resonate and be agreed upon by every member throughout the fire service, from the highest ranked brass to the rookie walking into the fire station on their very first day. Knowledge and skill. Firefighting is a critical and demanding profession that requires both knowledge and skill when dealing with multiple aspects of fire suppression. Two key strategies placed into operation on the fireground during structure fires are offensive attack mode and emergency rescue mode. These strategies are specific in their approach and priorities. Thus, this article will attempt to differentiate between the two operations. The most hazardous duty of firefighters is to rescue occupants from burning buildings. This activity has always entailed calculated risks and placing the victim's safety above our own. This calculated risk does not mean taking unnecessary risk or being reckless. It stresses the need for being well-trained and approaching the search and rescue systematically. Often, search crews will be searching in the fire room, ahead of the fire room, and or above the fire room with or without a hose line. As such, it is extremely important for the firefighter to be well-trained, experienced, and competent in his or her skills. Two initial searches. There are two types of initial searches: the primary search and the emergency rescue mode. It is important for each member to understand when the appropriate time to deploy either of these two methods. With every structure fire the fire service makes, the fire company must respond with a mindset that there are victims trapped needing immediate rescue. This places one in an aggressive mindset where they are prepared, upon their arrival, to operate in whatever mode that is needed: offensive attack, primary search, or emergency rescue mode. Good fire companies have this game plan well before they arrive on scene of any incident. Great fire companies put the game plan into actual action. In the fire service, offensive mode refers to the operational strategy where firefighters actively enter the structure to perform extinguishment. In contrast, defensive mode is where fire crews attempt to extinguish the fire from the exterior. The decision to make an offensive attack is based on many factors, with one major factor being the possibility of trapped persons. Key elements of offensive mode strategy include interior attack. Firefighters enter the structure with the main purpose of locating the fire, searching for possible victims, and extinguishing the fire. Search and rescue. Searching for and rapidly removing possible occupants who may be trapped inside the structure. It is important to discuss in detail primary search in the offensive mode. The search and rescue assignment involves proactive and determined efforts to locate and remove possible victims who cannot exit themselves due to fire, smoke, collapse, or any other life-threatening circumstance. Primary search during a structure fire is a critical aspect of firefighting, which requires a swift, rapid, and systematic approach to searching the structure. Again, remember, one may be required to search beyond the hose line. The primary search is being conducted at the same time as the hose line is being stretched into the structure. The ventilation assignment is being carried out and fire extinguishment is starting to occur. The primary search involves entering the structure with a sense of urgency while adhering to established practices and training. The crew assigned to the primary search is looking for possible victims, searching for the fire, and assessing the overall situation to identify potential hazards. Firefighters use their training and experience to navigate through smoke, fire, and debris-filled environments. Communication is a key component to the search, and crews should communicate their findings. The primary search starts close to the fire and works its way out and away. If necessary, it then continues up to floors above the fire. This method is used to remove the most endangered first. In today's fire service, fire crews may use specialized equipment, such as thermal imaging cameras, to help enhance the crew's ability to work more rapidly. It's about priorities. The emergency rescue mode is a firefighting rescue effort that prioritizes life-saving rescues over fire control and extinguishment. When deploying this mode of operation, firefighters enter the structure knowing that there is a high probability of victims. The priority is to conduct a rapid search and rescue operation in specific areas where victims may be found. Note, the main difference between aggressive primary search and emergency recuse mode is information received and on-scene observations. Emergency rescue mode is a highly effective way to save lives in specific fire scenarios. Emergency rescue mode involves entering the structure with a sense of urgency while adhering to established training methods and standard operating procedures. The fire crew must assess the situation, identify potential hazards, gather intelligence, and enter the structure rapidly to make the rescue. Emergency rescue mode is a critical operation that emphasizes rapid entry, search, and exit. The emergency rescue mode refers to a state of heightened readiness and a specialized response during structure fires where the intelligence, information gathering, or occupancy type dictates the need for emergency rescues. The rescue mode encompasses a set of procedures, training, and equipment put into operation to address specific rescue needs efficiently and effectively. The difference: primary search begins within the fire area, adjacent to the fire area, if needed, the floor above the fire area, and concludes with the remaining areas of the structure. The emergency rescue mode begins where the highest probability that a victim may be found. As stated, our primary mission in the fire service is to ensure life safety. The decision to conduct a primary search or go into emergency rescue mode is not a standard or universal assignment. The decision is based on a thorough size-up of the incident. Fire departments far and wide use standard operating procedures to make informed decisions on what operation best suits the current situation. Specific intelligence and circumstance lead to the correct decision when it comes to searching fire structures.